Well, well, well. If you're a Cowboys fan like me, you might want to sit down for this one. What Emmitt Smith just said about Ashton Genty is not only shocking, it's downright painful. I'm telling you now, it's the kind of thing that sticks with you, especially if you care deeply about where this team is headed. Before we dive into it, let's get something straight. When Emmitt Smith talks, I listen. And if you're a true Cowboys fan, you should too. This man isn't just any former player. He's the Emmitt Smith, the NFL's all-time leading rusher, the engine behind 3 Super Bowl titles in the 90s, a Hall of Famer who carried this team on his back for over a decade. And now he's raising red flags. And it's not just some casual comment. So let me paint the scene for you. Emmitt was recently asked about Ashton Genty, a name that's been buzzing in Cowboys Nation lately. And not only did Emmitt say he sees a lot of himself in Genty, he said Genty might actually be better than he was. Yeah, let that sink in. The greatest RB in league history just said someone coming into this draft might be better than him, if put in the right system. Now take a second. I really want to hear from you on this. Do you think the Cowboys front office is asleep at the wheel again? Drop your thoughts down in the comments because I know I'm not the only one feeling nervous here. Here's a poll for you. Should the Cowboys make a move to secure Ashton Genty before he's gone? Yes. Do whatever it takes. No, stick with the current draft position. All right, let's keep going. Because if you're wondering why Emmitt's opinion matters so much here, we need to talk about his legacy. What makes his voice carry this much weight? Let's get into that next. All right, now that we've heard what Emmitt said, let's slow it down for a second and talk about why that statement should shake every Cowboys fan to the core. See, this isn't just any ex-player giving a hot take. This is Emmitt freaking Smith. The man didn't just play the position, he redefined it. Let me hit you with some real numbers. From 1991 to 2001, Emmitt rushed for over 1,000 yards in 11 straight seasons. That kind of consistency? It's unheard of. And in 2002, even as his career was winding down, he only missed the mark by 25 yards. He finished his career with 18,355 rushing yards in the regular season, and if you tack on the playoffs, that's another 1,586. Nobody's touching that. Not today, not in this era of short RB careers. And get this, he had over 500 more touches than any other player in NFL history. You could take Derrick Henry at his league-leading pace and still need 12 more seasons just to catch Emmitt's total workload. That's not just dominance. That's durability and dedication on a level that's hard to even comprehend today. But it's not just about stats. Emmitt was the heartbeat of the Cowboys' offense during one of the most dominant stretches in franchise history. Think about it. Troy Aikman was great, no doubt. But would he have been Troy Aikman without Emmitt behind him? Same goes for Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett. And yes, even Dak Prescott. His best seasons came when Ezekiel Elliott was in his prime. Let me ask you something directly. Do you believe Dak can take us to the next level without an elite running back behind him? I want to hear from you down in the comments. Be honest. Do we need to give Dak another Zeke level back to unlock his full potential? Because when a legend like Emmitt says Ashton, Genty could be the next great one. And possibly even better. He's not just saying that for fun. He knows what a real back looks like. He knows what it takes to dominate this league. And now, with the draft right around the corner, all eyes are on this kid. Let me introduce you to Ashton Genty, and why Dallas might just be falling head over heels for him. Okay, now let's talk about the guy at the center of all this noise, Ashton Genty. Because if you haven't been paying attention to this name, it's time to wake up. This kid isn't just another running back prospect. He's quickly becoming the name buzzing through every Cowboys forum, podcast, and draft breakdown out there. Genty is a beast. We're talking about a running back who combines speed, vision, and toughness in a way that's honestly rare in today's college game. At Boise State, he lit up defenses week after week. In 2023 alone, he racked up over 2,300 rushing yards, 14 touchdowns, and added more than 400 receiving yards on top of that. The dude is a dual threat. He's not just a ground-and-pound guy. He can catch, create space, and break open plays out of nowhere. But here's where things get really wild. Emtt Smith didn't just compliment Genty. He said, and I quote, "No doubt I think he can be better than me." Let that sit for a second. Better than Emtt Smith. That's not the kind of thing you say unless you really believe it. Emmitt knows greatness. He was greatness. And for him to look at Genty and say that? That's a level of praise we don't hear often, especially from a guy as accomplished and respected as Emmitt. Now think about what that could mean for the Cowboys. If this kid really has that kind of potential, we're talking about a franchise-altering move, a future superstar, the kind of player that could extend Dak's window and get this team back to where we belong, in real Super Bowl conversations. Let me throw a question at you. Would you be willing to trade up in the draft to grab Ashton Genty before someone else does? Here's a quick poll. Yes, Genty is worth it. Go get him. No, stay put. We've got other needs. And let me know why in the comments too. I want to hear your take. Would you push chips in for a game-changing back? Because here's the thing. If the Cowboys wait around thinking Genty might fall into their laps, they're in for a rude awakening. Let's talk about why that dream might be over before it even begins. Now here's the part that stings the most, my friend. Because even though Ashton Genty might feel like destiny for the Cowboys, the cold reality is he probably won't make it to us at pick number 12. Let's break it down. As it stands, there are at least 3 teams ahead of Dallas in the draft that need a running back and are already rumored to be eyeing Genty. The most talked about ones? The New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. First, the Giants. They just let Saquon Barkley walk, and they desperately need a new face for that. Offense. If they decide they're not going quarterback at pick 3, Genty could be their guy. Don't be shocked if they pull the trigger early, especially after what Emmitt said. Every front office watches these interviews. Don't kid yourself. Then you got the Raiders sitting at pick 6. With Josh Jacobs now gone, they're also in the market for a true RB1. Genty checks every box for them. Explosive, young, and could instantly become the heartbeat of that offense. And if somehow both the Giants and Raiders pass on him, there are still enough teams in the top 10 that could pivot and snatch him up. Running backs may have lost some value in recent years, but generational talent, that still moves the needle. Here's the scary part. This situation feels too familiar, doesn't it? We've seen the Cowboys sit back and hope before. Hope the board falls their way. Hope that talent just lands in their lap. But hope isn't a strategy. It's how you miss out on the kind of players that change everything. Let me ask you this. Do you think Jerry Jones still has it in him to make a bold move on draft day? Drop your answer in the comments. Is the old, aggressive Jerry still alive in there somewhere, or have the years mellowed him out too much? Because let's be real, if Dallas wants Genty, sitting at 12 isn't going to cut it. And if we let this chance slip away, we could be watching him tear it up in another jersey for the next 8 to 10 years. Coming up next, what that would really mean for the Cowboys, for Dak, and for fans like you and me. All right, let's get real for a second. If Ashton Genty really is everything Emmitt Smith says he is, if he truly has the potential to be better than the greatest running back in NFL history, then missing out on him would be more than just a draft day disappointment. It would be a flat-out failure. We're not just talking about losing a talented player, we're talking about losing momentum, about wasting what might be the last real shot Dak Prescott has to lead this team deep into the playoffs. Because like we talked about earlier, every great Cowboys quarterback had that dominant back behind him. Without it, Dak is running uphill, and the clock is ticking. Genty could be the difference between another year of maybe next time and a real shot at a Super Bowl. And if the front office doesn't act, if they play it safe again, we'll be right back where we always end up, wondering what could have been. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. And if you're like me, it's making you a little sick. Because we're not just fans. We live this. We bleed for this team. and seeing them ignore golden opportunities year after year, that hits different. So let me ask you one final question. Does this whole situation make you as sick as it makes me? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know where you stand. Are you hopeful, furious, just plain tired of the same old Cowboys cycle? And hey, if you've been nodding along with me this whole time, do me a favor. Like the video, share it with another Cowboys fan who needs to hear this, and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep this community growing and keep speaking the truth, because here on Cowboys News TV, we talk facts. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and let's talk Cowboys.